Hello, boys and girls. This is our third read of How Animals Communicate in Lesson 7 of our Unit 2 Journeys student book. And we've been talking about how animals give messages to each other. And we've talked about how this is a nonfiction book. It is informational text. So it's all factual. Over here I want to read this about the main idea. So it says, this is about main idea and details. Nonfiction selections, like the one we just read the last 2 days, are usually about one topic. Like they were just talking about animals. They weren't all of a sudden talking about cars or spaceships or mountains. It was just all about animals and how they communicate. That's the topic, animals or animal communication. They have a main idea or one important idea about the topic. And the main idea of our story was that animals do communicate in many different ways using their senses. So that was our main idea. It says that details are facts that tell more about the main idea. So they could have just said that animals communicate, but instead they gave us details of how they communicated by touching and hearing and, well, making noises, special noises, and seeing and smelling, etc. So those are the details. And details can give you a clearer idea of what the topic is, which in this case was animal communication. You can list the main ideas and details about a topic in a web like this one. So maybe for the main idea you would say, animals communicate in many ways. And then for the details you might say they communicate by touching one another, seeing each other or looking at each other, hearing one another, and smelling one another. So that was a little bit about the main idea, which is the important idea about whatever topic they are talking about. Okay, so now I'm going to ask you some questions at the end of the story. I just want you to quickly read your story words and then your sight words that go with this story. Then we'll read this story. I'll read it first, you read it second, like a little echo reading. And then I'm going to ask some questions. So let's get going. See if you can read all these story words. We practiced these yesterday. Bird, food, smell, dance. Yeah, that C says there's an E right after it. When there's an E after it, it makes it say its name. C, no, S. Dance. Dance. Bees. And remember, sometimes the ending S makes the Z sound. Down. And baby. Here's our third grade word. Elephants. Good job. Elephants. Here's our sight words. Those are the words in yellow, and you have a test on them tomorrow. How, some, why, animal, of. And that's funny how the F says the V sound and the O says the sound. This is a pure sight word. You just have to learn it. Of. Make. And back to the beginning. How. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and read. I read it first, and then you echo read. Okay, ready? I'm going to say it softly, and then you read it after me. How animals communicate? Animals touch. An animal will tug and grab. An animal can hug its baby. How do elephants hug? For all of you who read, good job. The dog and cat are friends. How can you tell? Animals hear. What is in the grass? Animals can hear it. They will run away from it. A bird will sing, "Here I am." A wolf will call to its pack, "Here I am." Animals see. Why will a dog press its legs down? It will let dogs see. I can play. Some bees will buzz and dance if they find food. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm glad I caught that, and I'm glad you read that. Ready, read. Animals smell. A mom can tell the smell of its baby. An animal can have a bad smell. It will make animals run away from it. You worked hard on that one. Okay, this is an easier page. Touch, hear, see, smell. Tell what the mom can do. Okay, good reading. So now I have some questions to ask you. It says, William Munoz wrote this book and also sold it to our library, took photographs for it, or autographed it. Do you remember from Tuesday? If you said he took the photographs too, you were right. And how about, what's the setting of this story? Like, setting means where did the story happen? Did it happen in a city? Did it happen at a school? Or did it happen where the animals' habitats were? If you said that this happened where the animals' habitats were, you're correct. A habitat is a place to live. So the animals' places to live, that's where Mr. Munoz took their pictures, where they live. So what's this story mostly about? Like, what's the main idea? Is it mostly about how animals communicate? Is it mostly about what animals eat? Or is it mostly about where animals live? If you said that it's mostly about how animals communicate, then you are smart. Okay, so what's a bee? Is a bee a mammal? Is a bee a pet? Or is a bee an insect? If you said an insect, you are right. So which animals in the story hug, or actually tug, and grab? Did you say polar bears? Yep, those were the ones that tugged and grabbed. What do elephants use to hug? Look at the picture. What do they use to hug? Do they use their trunks? Do they use their feet? Or do they use their tusks? Yeah, trunks. So, how does a rattlesnake communicate with other animals? It rattles its rattle? It sticks out its tongue? Or it slithers in the grass? You're right, it rattles its rattle. Which animal communicates by singing? A bee, a pig, or a bird? Yeah, it was the bird. And how does a mom giraffe know which baby is hers? Does she call it? Does she smell it? Wrong way. Or does she hear it? How does the mom giraffe know which one's hers? She smells it. So now guys, listen closely. Which animal was not in the story? A buffalo? A wolf? Okay, let me see. Which one's not in the story? There's a buffalo right there. There's a wolf right there. I know there's a wolf in here somewhere. Let me have a look. And then the other one choice was a gorilla. Let me see, was a gorilla in here? No, it was the gorilla. The gorilla was not in the story. Okay. So, which animal's bad smell makes the other animals run away? Is it a skunk, a frog, or a ladybug? It's a skunk. What does the author want us to learn from this story? Why did he even write this story? Did he want us to learn how to take pictures? Is that his chief purpose? Did he want us to know that dogs and cats can be friends? Is that the main reason why he wrote this story? Or did he want us to know that animals use their senses, their touching and hearing and seeing and smelling to communicate. Yeah, it was the last one. He wanted us to know that animals use their senses to communicate. Okay, boys and girls, that was really long. You guys did a great job paying attention and practicing reading and thinking about the story. Tomorrow we will have our test. If you think you need to brush up on it, go ahead and watch this video again. All right, bye-bye.